today I'm going to be reviewing a book from Zondervan. This is the NIV Application Commentary on the Bible, the one-volume edition. If you saw my recent video on the NIV Application Bible, I had said I was going to come on and do a brief video about this book as well. And I believe the notes from the NIV Application Bible are taken from this book. But if you get the commentary itself, you're going to get a little more. So it's a pretty thick volume here. I'm not one to use a lot of commentaries. I have already, of course, but I tend to mostly use my study Bibles or like Bible study books to go along with my Bible. But if I was going to use a commentary, I think I would start with this one. It looks really great from what I've seen so far. So I may have to start doing that because I haven't used a ton of commentaries lately. So I may need to get back into that. But if we open this up here, it's going to show you here a list of the NIV Application Commentary series. So there are individual books. Some of them are paired together, like there's one on Leviticus, Numbers. Let's see here. 1st and 2nd Thessalonians are one volume. Colossians, Philemon are one volume, etc. So they're not all just one book necessarily. Depends on the length of the book. All right. So I won't go through every page of this, obviously, but I just want to show you a little bit of what the layout and what it looks like. So we're going to have a table of contents here, an introduction. Okay, and here we are in Genesis. So we're going to get an introduction to Genesis. We're going to get a book outline, and then it's going to go verse by verse through the book. This is Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. It's going to start giving you verse by verse notes here. So we have original meaning notes, God and the forces of chaos, which is chapter 1, verse 2. Day 1, chapter 1, verses 3 to 5. And then, of course, we keep going. You're going to get other scripture verses here. And again, the same type of layout. And there's also application notes within here as well. So if you are doing a deep dive of a specific verse or a book of the Bible, or if you're confused on a verse and want some more notes about it, some clarification, this is a really great resource. It's a lot, not going to lie, it is a lot. It's a lot of information. It's like study Bible notes on steroids here, all in one volume. So it's probably thicker than an actual Bible. Well, it pretty much is. You can see how thick and big it is. So it's a nice hardcover volume. Be great on the shelf in your library. You can pull it out, put it on your desk, and do a deep dive into a specific part of the Bible. So really great resource. And it's going to go through the whole Bible. Sorry, I am like seriously shaking the camera right now. This is a pretty heavy book, so me holding it up with one arm is kind of not the easiest. I'm kind of shaking the camera around a little bit, so apologize for that. But it's going to be the same layout for all the different books. Not a lot of color in it, which I understand because it's just a lot of notes. So it's already a thick volume. So it'll be hard to add like visuals to it. If you want the colorful visuals, then you would want to go ahead and grab the NIV Application Bible. That has the full package with the study notes, as well as the maps and colorful artwork and everything at the beginning of each book to go with the book introduction. So that would be there. But if you want more in-depth notes, then you're going to want to go with this. All right, and then at the end, we are going to get, maybe if I ever get there, a scripture index. Subject index. And then some maps. The maps are in black and white in this volume. Might have been nice to see colorful maps, or maybe like the headings in a different color or something throughout, but not a big deal. and then you're at the end here. So if you get the NIV Application Bible and you really like it and you want to go dig a little deeper, some of the notes are going to be pretty much taken from there. Well, let's just say the Bible itself, the NIV Application Bible, takes some notes based on this, but this is going to have more. It's going to have more in-depth notes and give you more details. So if you want that, this would be a really great volume to pick up. Now also, before I end this video here, I want to show you there are individual volumes of this. If you're not one who wants to carry around a big book like that, or you want to go a little deeper into a specific book, or maybe you just want to get, the whole library of books here, individual books, instead of getting one big volume, you can do that. So this here is Philippians. And I like this. I was looking through it. I'm going to do a study on Philippians soon. I was actually going to feature that in one of my later videos that I was going to hopefully get to study Philippians here soon. I have another book I was going to go through with that, so this will be helpful. But I also wanted to show you kind of what the difference is here between the two. Okay, so this here is where the commentary actually starts. And I was looking through it compared to this commentary, the one volume edition. And yes, the notes from this are all notes from the commentary are all taken from this. But there's a little bit more in this one, even. So if you want to dig even deeper into an individual book, it looked to me, now I didn't go through every single page, but it looked to me like there was a little bit more in this one than there was in the one volume. This was like a condensed version of that. Hopefully that makes sense. The font size is also a little bigger in these one volume editions. So if you need a bigger font size, then you might want to do the individual books. I know that's really, something that a lot of people in my audience look for in these videos to see if they're going to be able to see the print and be able to read it. So I wanted to mention that. The NIV Application Bible is a 9.5 size font. The one volume commentary, I don't know the exact font, but it looks to be a little smaller than that. And then this is a little bigger than the other two. So if you want the biggest font size, you probably want to go with the individual volumes. Okay, so basically, these individual books, we'd want to pick those up if you're wanting something a little more portable. Maybe you're doing a study on Philippians in your small group for Bible study, so you want to take this along, but you don't want to drag the whole thick one volume edition with you over here, so you don't want to take that in your bag, because that would be pretty heavy. Then this would be more convenient, or if you're just taking it on the go to do your study, anywhere really, that would be helpful. Also, there's a little bit more in this individual volume versus the one volume edition, although the notes are very similar. Like this is word for word what you're going to see in this for Philippians, but it appeared to me when I was going through it, there's a little bit more in here, a little bit more detail in here. But the one volume is also convenient if you are going through the Bible in a year, or you just want to go through like your studies and you're going to be studying through multiple different books, multiple different verses. Then you might want to go with the one volume so you're not having to buy several of these. Really is personal preference. Both hardcovers, both really well made, and all of these would make a really great addition to anyone's Bible library and Bible resource library. So really appreciated these. I hope to go through Philippians soon, and also use this as I'm going through and studying. Like I said, I haven't used a ton of commentaries before, but if I'm going to start, I would probably start with these. They look really awesome. Like there's really great information in here. And then, of course, as I reviewed in my other video, we also have the NIV Application Bible. So really great stack of resources here from Zondervan, and I'm really excited to continue to use these in the upcoming weeks.